Okay, so here I am again trying to make a tutorial that makes sense. This is for the Petrus method for the 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube. This is made specifically for a friend of mine who has been asking me for help with the Petrus method. So if you don't like it, too bad, because I'm helping him specifically with some things he needs to work on, which mostly involves fixing bad edges and the overall idea of block building. So to start, I'm just going to randomly scramble the cube. Now while I'm doing this, I will inform you that this cube is not a DIY. It is a normal cube that I bought from Walmart. It has CubeSmith stickers on it, and I have used a color scheme that's slightly different. I swapped orange and red. With that said, no stupid questions about what my cube is, because that's the only kind of comments I ever get, and it's driving me crazy. Okay, first thing you do when you solve your cube, and you get that pre-inspection time, you're looking for built corner edge pairs. Now, corner edge pair is a pair that involves a corner and an edge, as if that weren't already bloody obvious. Okay, I'm going to use this corner edge pair here. It is orange, white, and blue. I always solve with either white on the D layer when I'm done the F2L, or yellow on the D layer, because those are the colors I know how to use. So, what I see is I have two orange here. I know that if I move it up here, it's going to solve it. That would be where we want to solve it to. So we'll move it back like nothing ever happened. I see here is my orange and blue edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that up so it's connecting with the orange. And my corner edge pair is still down here. Nothing, it didn't get destroyed. Nothing hurts it. And I'm going to put that in place. With that being done, ta-da! I built a small block. I built a block. That's the idea of block building. You just kind of randomly throw stuff together. And the point of this is that you just have to take the time to learn how to do it. It's a pain, yeah, but if you're using this method, you're going to have to learn how to do it. Almost like I'm going to have to learn how to speak proper English. Okay, blue and white needs to go there. I'm just going to do something really simple, like attach the blue. Take this block here, move it out of the way. So any turn I make, like say this one, which solves my blue area here, doesn't affect this. If this part were affected, that would be bad. So, that part's solved. Now, we gotta go onward to the 2x2x3 block. There's a couple of different directions we can extend it in. We can extend it to a red and blue block, which would go here, red, blue, and white. Or we could do orange, green, and white. Now, if you notice, orange, green already has a corner edge pair built. Because that makes it easy, we're going to use that. Now I look on the D layer, and here's my orange and green edge. I'm going to move it to the U layer. Why? Because green is nice and set up then. Green here, green here. Green needs to be here. Watch this. Oh, connected it to green. As I said, I built a block. And I do so by moving my green down and then reconnecting that other part. I built a block of green. There's no set way you insert pieces. You build blocks. Okay? Now, you'll notice that we could solve this edge, this block here by moving it like that. Let's completely forget about that for a second and look on the F face, or what's going to become the F face when we turn our cube. You'll notice that there's two bad edges here. Can you spot the bad edges? I can. Yellow and yellow. Because they don't match. Alright? You can't solve these two edges using only F and U turns. Now, if you remember correctly, this is our block that we have to solve by doing this, right? Now, when we do that, we have a bad edge here. When we solve that block with a bad edge in the way, it makes that bad edge good. That is now a good edge. And that means by following this method, you never have to solve more than 4 bad edges at a time. And if you're special, like Kyle Allaire is, he solves all bad edges at the same time while doing the 2x2x3. That's freaking beastly. Now, I'm just going to solve my other two bad edges here. Ta-da, all solved. Now, we got to finish F2L. So, we're going to hold it on R and U, right? Check this out. There's an edge here, red and green. Red and green. Well, red and green there, and then there's white. So, we just do that. that, and that. And that sets up our edge. And this solves our whole thing into a block on top of it, which we solve by just turning U. So we got one last slot left. 2 colors on top like this. You just kind of got to set it up and turn it into place. Ta-da, that's solved. After that, the only thing you do is OLL and PLL. And you're done the cube. My wrist hurt from holding it in this position.